welcome to another episode of Cemeteries Down Under on a beautiful frosty winter's morning. It was -3 this morning and I was hoping for a bit of snow, but the frost will do. We're in Tumberumba, which is at the foothills of the Snowy Mountains in New South Wales. I did do this cemetery before in the very first few episodes. I'm going to redo this because I didn't like it. I mean, when I first started, I played music. I was just walking around showing the graves. I wasn't even reading them. So looking back, I can see how much I've grown and learnt since then. So that one will be obsolete, and I'm going to take you for a thorough explore in this cemetery. Now, Tumberumba is known for its beautiful wineries as well as being the foothills of the snow. A lot of people stay here to go to places like Mount Selwyn and Thredbo and Perisher, which isn't too far away. And in the early 1800s, it was also known for the gold mines in and out here too. So we seem to be following the gold trail this road trip. But so a lot of the pioneers here in the early graves would have been some of the gold miners and the early settlers of the areas. Okay, so let's explore. So they would be some of the graves from, say, 1960s and stuff like that. I'm not going to take you to the newer section, which is down that side, which I'll show you later. It's just the lawn section. We'll concentrate on the older area, which I think is more interesting anyway. Such a beautiful snowy morning, or frosty. We're here visiting family, which is one of the reasons why we came down here. Okay, the first big headstone here. And we've got sacred to the memory of John Byrne, who died the 5th of March 1896, aged 66 years. Also Sarah, third daughter of the above, who died the 30th of December 1896, aged 31. So they died the same year. And that must be the wife, Mary Jane Byrne. Got this sweet little angel. And you got Kevin Joseph Bradley, who died born in 1927, and he died in 1930. Rest in peace, little one. You will hear the main road behind us, so every now and then might be a bit noisy. I apologise. Yeah, loving memory of Catherine Power, who died the 13th of May 1917. Also, it says seems to be an army person, PTE. Francis Power, killed in action in France, only 33, so that must have been their son. And John Power, 76. So this is the Catholic section. There's a lot of other different sections as well. I do love this Celtic cross. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I can't read it, but it's really cute. That one's a sergeant. Must have been a local policeman. Member of New South Wales Police Force. Only 40 years. Killed in execution of his duty by Bushranger Dan Morgan on the 24th of June 1864 near Tumberumba. Rest in peace, mate. Wow. Yep, the cockatoos are noisy. That's what you're hearing out of those screeches. There's a little... Looks like there was cows here.
Yeah.
You know, because you've got all these big... So you got the Bell family. You got Benjamin Bell June, William Bell. It says farewell, dear friend, and do not mourn. Not shock at death's alarm. It is the voice that Jesus sent to call me in his arms. That's beautiful. Yeah, Elizabeth Bell, Mundaroo. So it must be arrived in the colony from County Cavan Island. And Benjamin Bell, who also arrived from Ireland, died at his residence Mundaroo House, aged 90. I'll have to look it up. I did see here, when I was here last time, some sort of memorial stone to pioneers that were somewhere here in the cemetery, but they weren't sure where, so I'm going to try and find that. Sacred to the memory of Dorcas Hussle, native of, I can't say that word, England, who died the 17th of September 1912. And Marianne Story. This gorgeous statue over here. It's like she's kneeling down in prayer. How gorgeous. You got Genie Maria, beloved and only child of Thomas and Christina Mate, who died the 6th of October 1890, aged 10 years. That's so tragic. And she's buried here with Thomas and obviously her mama. A beautiful urn here with the flowers. See if I can get closer to her. I don't like to step on graves. So, I'm trying to get in so you can have a look. Isn't she a sweetheart? Bit weathered with time, but so gorgeous. And her mother's urn is also really beautiful with flowers. And there's Thomas here. She's here, who died the 23rd of August 1918, aged 80. Shall they believe that in me, through me, dead yet shall be. Obviously St. John, concept out of the Bible, one of the phrases. I'll just hand this to Jace so I can step out. Okay. So it's very neat, this cemetery of all rows and rows. Not sure what that is meant to be. Not sure what this is. This says this tank and seat was erected by the Church of England Cemetery Trust. Okay. Very different. So it must be some sort of a water tank. Maybe. And I think I spied the plaques that I wanted to read. Okay. Okay, so we got John and Rebecca Doherty, married at St Clement, Norfolk in 1853. Arrived Sydney in 1853. They went to the district, so it tells about their life. And they lived at Glenroy near Tumberumba. They had 8 children, many of those who still live here. And it says here, true pioneers. So if you do want to read it in full, just pause it. And it says here, in memory of Alice Murphy and Jemima and Rebecca, all are buried in unmarked graves, loved daughters of John and Rebecca Doherty. So rest in peace wherever they are, and how beautiful that their descendants has remembered them so lovingly. I'm sure they're very proud of that. So I might go and explore some of these down here, and then I'll go up the street where there's a few more. It's not a real huge cemetery, but like I said, there could be a lot of unmarked ones here. So our dear husband and our father, Herbert Stanley Adams, died the 15th of June 1948, and mother Susan Ellen Adams, who died in 1969. Love the little dome of flowers. Very pretty. May you both rest in peace. So I'm just going to read ones that I find stand out to me, so I don't have time for every single one. I like the middle name of this, William Jubilee Nyles, passed away the 9th of January 1951, 87, and Grace Emma Nyles. Isn't that beautiful? Jubilee. I wonder why he was named that. Very different. If you have a unique name and you're watching this channel, let me know in the comments. I do love seeing and hearing unique names. You can hear the black cockatoos and the little sheep going off in the background. I do love the country. It's so peaceful. And after a couple of years of work, I've really needed this break. Now, this is my mother's name, but it's not her grave. Gertrude Emma Broadhurst died the 1st of August 1951. I love these. They call them momentum moris, these porcelain flowers here. I just love them. And this one's really beautiful. Rest in peace. An unusual one down here. With all the beautiful flowers. And that one's to Ivan William Lesser. Sounds almost French. But beautiful. Rest in peace, buddy. Let's show you what it... So they're all very similar style graves. I love birds. This one obviously loved horses. And another thing the Snowy Mountains is good for is the wild horses we have here, the Brumbies. And this is William John, not so sure of the next name, but it's Shaw. Passed away the 22nd of November 1966. And his wife Amy Ellen Shaw, who died at 97, 1999. I really love the little figurines, and I'm not sure if I can get in there. I might see if Jason can. I don't like to step on graves, so we'll try and get in between while I fix up their flowers. There we go. They must have loved the wild horses here. And if you look behind, in the tombstone behind, there's some more Shaws. So I'm not sure if they're children or they might be sisters and brothers. There's a lot of... So it's not uncommon for whole families to live here on the land, on farms. Aren't these beautiful flowers? Absolutely. They don't want me to look. Beautiful. I love them. This one's to Elsa, dear wife and darling mother Elsa. Elaine Bruff, 1966. Rest in peace, lovely. I find sometimes when I'm in the cemeteries, these cameras have a mind of their own. It's almost like sometimes people in the graves don't want to have them read. I tell you what, they're very well loved out here. Beautiful. Very beautiful. It's nice to see. Especially when you see so many neglected cemeteries, it's nice to see one where they're very well remembered and loved. Look at the frost. I love it. I love it. I wish it snowed where I lived. I love the snow. We were hoping to have snow when we're down here, but we'll probably miss it It snowed last week. Beautiful. Another porcelain flower cross. We might go to the ones over here near that fence. Got this beautiful little angelic couple. That was weird, wasn't it? A big flock of birds just flew off like something startled them, but there was nothing there. So I'm going to go over to the family near the fence here. Beautiful. I wonder why they picked this spot. I'm not sure if I can read that one. But it's the McLeod family. You got Allura, wife of Hubert Foster. So their tombstones are almost like some sort of sandstone, but in time it's quite weathered and the letters are hard to read. That's some of the countryside out there, isn't it gorgeous? You can see the sheep. Just thought I'd show you some of the countryside. You can see the sheep. Isn't that beautiful? I find it so peaceful. Gorgeous. Look at the little babies with their mum. Just so sweet. I love animals. All right. And this one's Jacqueline Henderson, love mother and grandmother. Rest in peace, Jacqueline. What a beautiful resting spot you have. All right, I'm going to just turn this off and we'll be back in a minute where I'll take you to another part of the cemetery. Alright, we're on the other section of the cemetery now. It's not a very big cemetery, but it is in a different section. We're in the Presbyterian section. This one, a young lady, Manuela, love daughter of Shane and Jenny. It's so tragic, and she's a gorgeous young girl as well. Rest in peace. It's very scenic here. Here's another little black and white photo I love. Alan and Shirley, 1999 and 2015. Rest in peace. Beautiful picture of them both in happier days. They got some beautiful flowers on there. The other one's got an angel. Not sure who this belongs to, but I'll just put it here. We've got Ethel here. She died only a couple of years ago. She was 100 years old. What an amazing milestone. This one, you got Ethel's husband. I do love the beautiful crystal thing. Looks like a dog on his grave. That's just sweet. And that's William there. What a beautiful man. I'm glad that they're resting in peace together. Here we've got some black and white photos. I love the black and white photos so I can kind of get a sense of who they were. And they belong to Henrietta and Charles. Rest in peace. I'm walking in between, so that's what all the noise is. We've got some more beautiful scenery here. I'll just zoom up to the mountains. So that's the Perisher and Selwyn Mountains up there. Very beautiful. And when it's really cold, you'll see it blanketed with snow. It's just beautiful. And here we got a row of sweet little angels. Thomas, Anne, Lester. Beautiful memento mori on this one. It looks like a Kyle or Lyle. And then little infant Shire with all her gorgeous knickknacks. Got the sweet angels. Little Mermaid, Santa boot. I don't usually like to show children's graves, but I thought these four here were unusually sweet. The way they just tiny little, they look like little beds. May they rest in peace. Sweet angels. I came up to this one in the distance and my heart stopped for a minute. I thought she had my name. My name's Julia Michelle. And her name's Jalika Merkovic, but I just saw the J and the M. But what a beautiful young lady she was. What a shame she passed away so young. Alright, I'll just show you a few more and wrap it up. I didn't want it to be a really long video. I just get carried away, so I do apologise if I've bored you. I just wanted to go to this one. It's really pretty. It's got like a love heart shaped stone, and that's our dear son and brother Alan Williams accidentally killed. 21. How sad. Beautiful daffodils, and he's lovingly remembered. And in a beautiful resting area. It's just gorgeous with all these bush trees, and so I can see some older ones up here. We might give them a read, some of the pioneer ones. And then I'll get on with my day. I'm going to catch up with my sister today, maybe visit one of the wineries. Today's been our first real sunny day. So we've had rain, so I haven't had a chance to do a live yet, but I will soon. Alright, so you got John Reginald, who died at Brungle. I can't read the rest. I know it's Reed. And then you got Joanna Reed, who died at Brungle, 56 years. Through all the pain and times shed, a smile, heavenly birth. And when the angels called her home, she smiled farewell to earth. How beautiful is that? I just love the poetry on the older ones. Absolutely gorgeous. And Alexander Scott, James Booth, 1899. Also Jessie and Mary. Alright, so I am going to wrap it up here at this beautiful location. Hope you enjoyed the look around with me. I thought I'd take you for a look around. For the ones that saw the earlier one, the original one in season 1, thank you. But I think this is a better way of showing you around, letting you read the tombstones and having a look at what the cemetery looks like. The other one I'm going to delete, so it will no longer be able to be watched. And I'm going to update some of the cemeteries that I have done before, and since I was in the area I thought I'd redo this one. So I will catch you as soon as I can while I'm on my road trip. Everybody have a fantastic week and take care.